Yesterday, what we have discussed. Whip. Only that one. Which are the topics we have covered yesterday? Parliament. Okay. Can anyone briefly explain which are the houses in Indian Parliament, British Parliament, and US Parliament?
Indian Parliament, Lok Sabha, British Parliament, American Parliament, Senate, and House of Representatives, British Parliament. Crown and Queen are the integral part of the British Parliament.
Okay, two houses.
Are the not integral part of the Parliament.
In British Parliament, we are having two houses. Which are those? House of Lords and House of Commons. What is the difference between Indian President and American President?
Indian President have only nominal power.
Okay.
But American President have real power.
Here, the Indian President is a part of legislature and executive. We are having three pillars: legislature, executive, judiciary. Our Indian President is a part of legislature and also executive. But the American President is a part of executive only. He does not belongs to the Congress there. Understood. Next, what we have studied. Two types of elections. Types of elections. First past the post system and single transferable vote. What is meant by first past the post system? Tell me in your own words. First past the post system andre enu? Majority? Okay. There will you give the preference or will you choose only one person? Only one candidate. Okay. That EVM machine, that one. Okay, there you will be choosing only one person. Okay. And in this single transferable vote, you will be giving the votes through the preferential basis. Okay. And for whom the first past post system the elections will be held?
For MLA.
ML and MP of Lok Sabha. You should mention that Lok Sabha. Both the lower houses. MLA is the lower house here. The state legislative assembly is the lower house. Where the MP of Lok Sabha, that is also lower house. In lower house, wherever there is a direct election, we use which kind? First past the post system. In single transferable vote, that is used for whose election? Okay, only that much. President and Vice President. President, Vice President, MP of Rajya Sabha, matte MLC, that is State Legislative Council. That is both the upper houses. There will be using the single transferable vote. Okay. Then comes the duration of Lok Sabha. Duration of Rajya Sabha. What is the duration of Lok Sabha?
5 years.
5 years. Duration of Rajya Sabha?
6 years.
For every 2 years, how much
1/3
will be retired? 1/3 of the members of Rajya Sabha will get retired. Okay. Then comes the qualification and disqualification of MPs. What are the qualifications? First qualification is citizen of India. Next qualification, age. 25 for Lok Sabha, 30 for Rajya Sabha. There should not be any office of profit. Disqualifications. That is only office of profit irbadu. Then
insolvency.
Then there were 10 disqualifications. Yes. Okay. Have you written those?
Yes, ma'am.
Disqualifications. If you didn't write, just Google and you can write that. Anyway, M. Lakshmikant, in M. Lakshmikant book, they have mentioned. Try to buy the M. Lakshmikant book. Okay. Edition 8th. M. Lakshmikant, edition 8th. Try to buy and try to study that. Then comes the presiding officer of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Who is the presiding officer of Lok Sabha?
Speaker.
Speaker. In Rajya Sabha, there will be chairman. Speaker will be having the other. Speaker will also be a chairman for 3 other committees. Which are those?
Business committee.
Business. Then
Advisory committee.
advisory.
Business advisory committee.
Yes. ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅದನ್ನ. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ. Business advisory committee, rules committee and general purpose committee. Okay. If the speaker is absent, who will be presiding officer? Deputy speaker. If he is also absent, panel of chairpersons of Lok Sabha. How many members will be there? Not exceeding more than 10 members. Next comes Rajya Sabha. Who is the presiding officer of Rajya Sabha? Chairman. Okay, he is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha, the vice president. If he is absent, who will preside the Rajya Sabha? Deputy chairman. If not him,
Vice chairpersons.
yes, chairpersons of the panel of vice chairpersons of Rajya Sabha. Okay. Next comes the whip. What is meant by whip? Directions issued by the political party to its members, which is binding on them. Next comes the sessions of parliament. Sessions of parliament. Next topic. Sessions of parliament. Which are the 3 sessions of parliament? Budget session, winter session. Okay. From the period February to May. February to May. Next, July to September. July to September. Next, November to December. Write down this. budget session. Every year, budget session will be held in the first week of February. Previously, it was March last week. Since from 5 to 6 years, they are conducting this budget announcement in the February first week itself. Okay. Budget session, monsoon, winter session, BMW. Okay. And budget session is the one that is the longest session. Winter session is the shortest session in an year. Okay. Firstly, in the month of January, what they will do is they will prepare the budget. For every department, they will just ask the report. What is the budget you need? What is the expenditure you are going to do? Which are the schemes you wanted? Each ministries should give the report. Then it will be scrutinized by the committees, different committees. And then it will be given for the finance minister. Finance minister will announce that budget. Before announcing the budget, there will be a haldi day. Okay. Sorry, halwa day. That halwa day, sweet ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ next within 1 week they will announce the budget. Okay. Finance minister will announce the budget at the central level, and at the state level, who will announce the budget? Chief ministers will announce the budget. Okay. And once they announce the budget, then there will be a discussions, debates regarding the budget. ಏನ್ budget announce ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ that is not the final one. Okay, and it will be discussed in the parliament by both the houses. ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲೋಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, that amount, that expenditure ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೋ, that will be again scrutinized. There will be debate and discussions. Token cut ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. There are different types of cut, reducing of the budget. Okay, and then they will be voting for that, for every expenditure, for every income, whatever they will be doing for each sector. And again, finally, through the help of voting, it will be implemented. Announce ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇರೆ, but ಅದು implement ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, that is a huge task. Okay, that debate discussion will go on till the month of March. February they will announce the budget in the first week. February, March, they will debate, discuss regarding the allocation of the budget for each sectors, whether to reduce or whether to increase the amount or the fund in that sector. Defense sector agirli, road and transportation agirli, infrastructure agirli, health sector, employment sector. Okay, and ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಬಜೆಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And there will be a voting also for this. Okay. Next comes the monsoon session. It will be in the month of July to September. Next winter session, November to December. It's the shortest session in a parliament. They will discuss regarding the problems. They will discuss regarding the schemes, policies, laws in these sessions. That's it. Okay. And along with that, the maximum period between the sessions should not exceed more than 6 months. Okay. Maximum period should not be exceed, sorry, from the 6 months. ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the maximum gap, not the maximum session. The maximum gap between the both the sessions should not be more than 6 months. And minimum 2 sessions should be conducted in every year. ಇದು ಅಂತೂ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ, ಇದು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Sometimes it might be skipped, sometimes it might be skipped. Okay. Usually there are 3 sessions, but maximum 3 sessions conduct ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. In other cases, parliament should conduct at least 2 sessions in the parliament. Okay. ಈ 2 sessions ಗಳು ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. One is budget session or else winter or monsoon. Maximum gap should be not more than 6 months. And president will summon each houses for the session. ಕರೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋರು ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ president. President will give the notice for conducting the sessions. But it will be presided by the presiding officers. But start ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, initiate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಕರೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಹೌಸಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್. ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಏನು, ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ details should be given for the president. President will summon each houses of the parliament, and the maximum gap should be not more than 6 months. Okay, and minimum 2 sessions should be conducted in the parliament. 2 session ಆದ್ರೂ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು ಇನ್ ಅ ಇಯರ್. Write down this. You want me to dictate that? Write down that. President from time to time. President from time to time. President from time to time. Summons. Summons. Summons means ಕರೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು. Summons each house of parliament full stop. The maximum gap between two sessions of parliament cannot be more than 6 months. Full stop. The parliament should meet at least twice a year. Twice a year. Full stop. What is meant by session? What is meant by session? What is meant by session?
Meeting.
Period. ಯಾವುದು? From which period to which period? A session is the period, that is the gap, okay, from starting the first meeting to prorogation. Prorogation means stopping. Okay, stop ಮಾಡೋವರೆಗೂ, start to end, that is called as sessions. Okay, and the next is called as recess. You see the other word, recess. Recess means end ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. Okay, end ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು, that is called as recess. When there is no session, that is called as recess. That gap between a prorogation to again starting of the first session, that is called as recess. Sessions ಇರದೇ ಇರುವಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ನ recess ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, just write down. Let me dictate. A session of parliament is the period spanning between the first sitting of a house and its prorogation. Prorogation means end. Okay, write down the next definition. Recess. 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 The period spanning between the prorogation of a house, and its reassembly in a new session. Next definition. Adjournment. Adjournment. Concentrate here. In a session, every day when there will be sessions, the session will start at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay. Next, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Bhojana. Next, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Again, the next meeting, second meeting. Okay. This is first meeting. This will be a second meeting. Understood? In between this, the presiding officer can tell adjournment, means stopping for temporary period. It might be a hours, it might be a days also. A specific time will be specific time will be postponed. All these meetings will be postponed. Okay. Think that in a session the debate is going on. Okay. When it is going into a heat, ತುಂಬಾ ಜಗಳಗಳಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what he will do? He will tell adjournment. Okay. Half an hour, 1 hour ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. Okay. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ calm down ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ they will start. That is called as adjournment. Understood? When there is uncontrollable kind of debate discussion goes on, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ adjournment ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. A specific time will be given in adjournment, 1 hour ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ. Okay. Think that the debate is going on. Okay. Uncontrolled ಆಯ್ತು at the 12 p.m. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಊಟ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ will start ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay. ಈ ತರ they will take a time. Now it is better, it's far better. If you compare 10 years back, it was too much. ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು MP ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಾನು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನೋ. ದರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಕೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್. ಹಿಂಗೆ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇದೇ ರೀತಿನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ information they will be given once they have got elected as a new MP or MLA, MLC. Okay. Okay, just let me dictate. Write down. Write down then. The sessions of a parliament consist of sessions of a parliament consist of many meetings. Full stop. In a day there will be 2 sittings in a day. There will be 2 sittings. 2 sittings. First stop. Morning sitting, morning sitting, morning sitting, morning sitting will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Next, post lunch sitting, post lunch sitting, post lunch sitting from 2 to 6 p.m. 2 to 6 p.m. Actually, it was till 5 o'clock. Extend ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ. Full stop. An adjournment suspends the work in a sitting for a specified time, specified time, comma, which may be hours, comma, days, or weeks. Full stop. Next one, adjournment sign die. Adjournment sign die. It is for indefinite period. Okay. Their adjournment is for specific period. Hours mention ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ or days or weeks mention ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Let's again start the new sessions, new meetings ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. But in adjournment sign die, there is no specific period or specific period is given. It is for indefinite period. Okay. Adjournment sign die ಅಂತ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗೀತದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಆ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳೇ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಾಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮ್. They will send the notices for each MPs. ಕರೆಸ್ತಾರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರಬೇಕು ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಬಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ನ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಡೇಟ್ ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಜರ್ನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೈನ್ ಡೈ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. They will not mention. Understood? Okay. Just write down. Adjournment sign die means terminating a sitting of parliament for an indefinite period. Next comes prorogation. Next definition of prorogation. See, what is difference between adjournment and prorogation? Do anyone know? Adjournment means what? Terminating Yes. Adjournment here, it is terminating a meeting of that day. But prorogation is ending the both the meeting and sessions last end ಇರ್ತದಲ್ವಾ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಅದು ಪ್ರೊರೊಗೇಷನ್ just write down it not only terminates a sitting but also a session of house full stop. It is done by President of India. Full stop. Next, quorum. Yesterday we have already discussed quorum. It is 1/10 of the total number of members in each house including the presiding officer. Full stop. Lok Sabha, arrow mark 55. Rajya Sabha, arrow mark 25. Full stop. If there is no quorum in a meeting, of a house, comma, it is the duty of the presiding officer either to adjourn the house or suspend the meetings until there is a quorum. Next, question hour and 0 hour. See, the first hour will be a question hour in a meeting. Okay? ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ first hour will be a question hour. Usually ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ 11. Okay, 11 to 12 is the question hour. And see here, in question hour, whichever the urgent matters are there, whichever the national importance matters are there, there will be discussions regarding that. And also along with that, the MPs can ask the questions for the ministers regarding what are the developmental works that is going on under your ministry, regarding the administration, regarding the policies. These MPs can ask the questions for the ministers. Ministers should answer. That everything they should answer. That answer will be of three types: stated question, unstated question, and short notice. Okay. Question hour asking the questions. Who will ask the question? MPs will ask the question for the ministers. That's it. Another doubt? Is there any doubt? No. Just write down. Let me dictate. These are very important. Question hour and 0 hour. Frequently asked question. The first hour of a sitting of parliament, time period 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. is called question hour. Full stop. During this time, comma, the MP ask questions to ministers about the administration and policies of the government. Full stop. The ministers are obliged to answer these questions. Full stop. There are types of questions. First one, stated question, unstated question. The third one is short notice period. Short notice question or short notice andro saku. Short notice question. Okay. Stated, unstated. Stated question means stated question means these ministers can answer orally. MP on question keltare. The ministers can answer orally. And supplementary questions can also be asked there. Okay. Unstated question means writing the question and sending it to the ministers. And for ministers, they can ask only one question. No supplementary question can be asked. And they will write the answer and they will also send back. Understood? Stated question means answering orally, and there the supplementary questions can be asked. Here, unstated means writing the question and sending them, and they should also answer the back with the help of writing itself. And here, no supplementary question can be asked. Just let me dictate. Write down that. First one, stated question. Stated question requires oral answers. Requires oral answers in the house. Requires oral answer in the house. Full stop. A member can ask supplementary questions after the minister replies. Full stop. Next is unstated question. Requires written answers only. No supplementary questions are allowed. Okay. Next one, short notice question. Short notice question. Here, the question will be asked by the short notice, by sending the short notice. Okay. And that should be less than 10 days that ministry should answer orally. Okay. One question and then minister. He should reply me back within 10 days. It might be orally also. Understood? Parliament ನಲ್ಲಿ orally ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸೋದು with the help of writing itself. But he can answer orally in the parliament. Understood? Write down. Asked with short notice. That is less than 10 days. On the matters of urgent public importance. Full stop. Answered orally. Full stop. Next comes 0 hour. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಈ ಕಲರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ put the arrow mark there itself and write it green for that. Stirred question, that's a green, symbol is green. Unstirred question, white. Unstirred question, white. Next, short notice question, light pink, light pink. And write down somewhere else that questions to private members, that is yellow color, yellow color. Okay, that color represents whether it's a stirred, unstirred or short notice. Okay, next comes the 0 hour, very important. Tumba sati kelidare. Okay, this 0 hour is not mentioned in the constitution, it is not also mentioned in the rules of procedure. It is an informal device that is used by the MPs to raising the question regarding the public importance. And usually it will be in the after the question hours. Question hours will be completed at 12 o'clock. Okay, at noon time, after the noon, okay, no, it will start after that. It might be for 30 minutes to 60 minutes. It extends. And also, this 0 hour, okay, day-to-day basis nalli irbodu irlikkilla. It doesn't matter. Only when there is an urgent or public importance matter, during that time it can be used. And this one is been existed since from 1962. This 0 hour. 0 hour 1962 ಇಂದಾನೆ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. It is not mentioned in constitution. It is not mentioned in procedure book also, rules of procedure book. It is just an informal device that they are using for running the democracy. Just write down all this. Next, voting in house. See here, usually there will be different types of motions, andre proposals. In order to bring an act, firstly what they should do? They should introduce a proposal. What is there? Firstly, a proposal should be initiated in either of the house, that is Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. If with the help of voting, if it passes, then it will be sent for the president. If president gives the assent, then it will become an act. Okay. This is called as motion also. Proposal, motion, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ. Okay. A motion ಗೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ there are different types of voting. Okay. It might be a oral voting or it might be a written voting as well. And not every voting will be in the written basis. Not in every voting will be in the ballot paper, a slip. Okay. There will be a three types of voting. One do oral voting, one is paper or else a machine voting. ಅವ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆನೂ ಒಂದು ಮಷಿನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ತರ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಯೂಶಲಿ ದ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ when they tell regarding the clauses, okay, think that they wanted to bring one act. In that there will be a proposal. In that proposal they have written all the clauses, whatever they have wanted. The points, clauses means the points. Each clause, each points will be just ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಓಕೆ, there if the people are supportive for that clause they will tell A, okay, A by E. If they are against that clause they will tell no. ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನರು ನೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಪಿಸ್ಗಳು ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 15 to 20 clauses they will add. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪೇಜ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇಜಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನು ಓದ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಬೇಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬೇಡ, ದ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಓರಲ್, ಓಕೆ, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ವೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆರ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್. ಈ ತರ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Let's see that also. Okay, now have you got my point? This one A ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತದು. Okay, that A is different. Okay, A means yes. Usually they use this word. Have you understood this? Okay, just write down. For all the matters at any sitting of either house or joint sitting of both the house are decided by the majority of votes. Full stop. The speaker shall put up the question and invite those who are in favor of the motion to say A by A apostrophe, and those against the motion to say no. Methods of voting. Methods of voting. Methods of voting. That is first one, voice votes. Voice votes. Arrow mark. Ayes and noes. Ayes and noes. N-O-E-S. Ayes and noes. Full stop. Next type is division. Next type is division. Write down ABCD for that. The A1 is that by operating automatic vote recording equipment. Automatic vote recording equipment. B, by distributing A's and no's slip, A's and no's slips in the house. Full stop. Next, third one, secret ballot. Secret ballot. Secret ballot nalli nodi, see here we are having two votings again, open voting and secret voting. Open voting nalli there will be three indicators like signals, traffic signal, green, okay, red and yellow, the same, green for A's, red for no's, yellow for abstain. That is taragodu. Okay, open voting. Okay, the clause will be announced by the presiding officer. Then there will be voting. Okay, and voting will be in a LED, that LEDs, that mini machines. Okay, displaying of panels will be there. Ali yaudandre you can choose either green, red or yellow. If you are supportive for that motion, you will be pressing A, that is a green signal. If you don't want, if you are against that motion, you will be pressing red button, that is no's. Then if you want to abstain, then it is yellow. Okay, there is secret ballot also, andre nandu votes yarku gottagbardu anta heli, that is yellow color, that is also added. Sorry, that is white color, white. Okay, totally there are four types of colors. Write down secret ballot. During an open voting, during an open voting period, green for A's, green for A's, red for no's, red for no's, and yellow for abstain on the individual result display panel. Individual result display panel. Full stop. The secret voting flashes only white light. White light. When they will use the slip is that first preference is oral voting or else machine voting, automatic, that voting machine idella adu. If the automatic voting machine is of failure, if it is not working properly, then they will go for the ballot slip papers. Understood? Okay, ಈ ತರ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ.
श्री गौरव गोगोई जी, श्री गौरव गोगोई जी, गौरव गोगोई जी। अब मैं श्री गोगोई द्वारा प्रस्तुत प्रस्ताव को सभा में मतदान के लिए रखूंगा। प्रश्न ये कि सभा मंत्रिपरिषद में विश्वास का अभाव व्यक्त करती है। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में आ गए, जो सदस्य इसके विरोध में ना गए, मेरे विचार में निर्णय ना वालों के पक्ष हुआ, ना वालों के पक्ष हुआ, प्रस्ताव का स्वीकृत हुआ।
See, like that, they will just announce whatever the motions they are having. ಅಲ್ಲಿ A ಅಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ they will accept it. No ಅಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ they will just reject that. ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. See, ಅದೇ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಓರಲ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಷಿನ್ದು, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಏನೋ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನರು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಓರಲ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ 100 ಓರಲ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ. ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೆನಿ ನಂಬರ್, okay, 400 500 members are there, then what they will do? Automatic voting machine that they will control. See, it is not like that. ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ಕೂಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೂಗೋದು ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಾಗ ಅವಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್. Here it is.
माननीय सदस्यगण, कृपया शांति बनाए रखें।
This is Rajya Sabha.
Please keep silence. कृपया शांति बनाए रखें। Result of the division on the motion that the bill be passed, subject to correction. Ayes 131. No 102.
See, that was with the help of machine voting. Already machine voting declare ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. He is just declaring that votings. Okay. See, that's why during that time they will just uncontrol ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ಜರ್ನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಇದಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ಜರ್ನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್. ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಬೈ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ, ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಸಭಾ. ಮನೇಲೆ ಇಬ್ರು 3-4 ಜನರನ್ನೇ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 500+, 200+ MPs will be there. Okay. Then next comes language in parliament. Language in a parliament. In which language you can just propose, or else you can do the speech debates? Usually the constitution have declared for transaction of business in parliament, day-to-day business in a parliament, either in English or Hindi, they can transact. Okay. Or else there is other privilege that If any of the MPs don't know Hindi, either Hindi or English, he can choose any language that is mentioned in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. There are 22 languages in the Constitution. He can choose that. And there will be a simulator interpreter as well. Speech simulator interpreter. And the language translation mado devices irtade. Even though if that MP is talking in Kannada, everybody will be having the headphones and there it will just simultaneously it will translate. Okay, Kannada idittu, Hindi, English, they can choose either of the languages. Okay. And even 8th constitutionally mentioned language na if you choose also, there you should give the translation copy either in Hindi or English. If you choose different language, okay, Tulu language na ನೀವು choose ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ language whichever is not mentioned in the 8th schedule, okay, you should give the translation copy for everybody in either Hindi or else English. Understood? Any doubts? Just write down. The Constitution has declared Hindi and English to be the languages for translation for transaction business in a parliament. Full stop. Presiding officer can permit a member to address the house in mother language. For that simultaneous interpretation of speeches made in any language specified in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. Full stop. However, if a member addresses the house in a language for which simultaneous interpretation facility is not available, comma, they should provide translation copy in Hindi or English. Full stop. Okay. Just go through that once, whatever I have told you till now. once you go through whatever we have discussed. After that, we'll be discussing the types of funds: consolidated fund, emergency funds, public accounts, then the bills, types of bills.